in position.
Hello, and welcome to episode 14 of Mods, Mohawks and Moshpits. I'm joined today by the spunky punk, the Mohawk man himself, Liam.
Alright, yo.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I look fucking
Well-
fat. I'll tell you what. I've just realised that this hoodie looks like either a Jedi costume. I don't know what the Jedi's wear, but it makes me look dead. How fucking square I look. I look like a Goomba from the old Mario Brothers movie.
Look like a wardrobe, mate.
You know what I mean? Look.
Mm.
Jesus.
Look fat or half fat? That's
Look
the
at
question.
Look at the size of it. Lip up, fat, look, nah, fuck that.
You look like you know when your missus puts your hoodie on. You look that way round. You know what I mean?
We're also joined by Mr. Foghorn, the Moshpit man. Robbo, how we doing, brother?
Eat me old fucking flower pot. How we doing? For the
Not
wife
bad,
be
bro, not
John, for the
bad.
ladies.
Oh, I know. I bet they're all getting a bit excited now, aren't they? Right, so episode 15. Is that right, boys?
Yeah, you said
Episode
14 at
15?
the beginnings, but we'll say 15.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, mate. It's episode 15. This is just going on to what we've been doing over the last few episodes. We're just getting to know each other a bit more, letting you guys delve into what we listen to and what we enjoy, what we don't enjoy. But this week, lads, I'm going to have to ask you to pick up your phones quickly.
Oh.
And this is going to be very quick off the cuff. I don't want no cheaters. So I both want you to message the group chat your top 3 off your heads movie soundtracks.
Movies are fucking hell.
So what we're going to do, I'm going on off what why the lads are messaging me. I'm going to go off what Liam did a couple of weeks ago, the front men. So I've got the website Ranker up, but I've also opened up Rolling Stone to see what they have voted as their top movie soundtracks. But what we're going to do is I'm going to start with mine. So I'm going to go with my number 3 movie soundtrack. Then I'm going to go to the boys and see what their number 3 is. Then we're going to go to their lists. So just to get started, my number 3 movie soundtrack is Pulp Fiction.
Oh, what a film!
Good.
Now,
All about that one, boy.
Cool.
Obviously, we've all seen the film. It's a very good film, but there's also some great songs on the soundtrack. You know, you've got "Son of a Preacher Man" by Dusty Springfield. You've got "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon" by Neil Diamond. You know, some cracking tunes. And I think the why I like it so much is because I think the soundtrack suits the film down to a T. And even though it's only number 3 in my my top 3. I think it's well worthy. It's one of my most favourite films, and yeah, so Pulp Fiction is my number 3. Let's go over to Liam.
So this is right. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"? Have any of you guys seen that film?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Now that song. So I'll explain what it is. It's where it's George Clooney.
That's it.
It's these 3 escapees, and they escape into the country, and then to hide out from the police, they find a recording place. So they record a song, and then when the police have gone, they chip off and they get paid, and then they're gone. But then this single goes massive while they're still running away from the police, and then then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, they're the Hill Battle Boys" or whatever they're called, and then they do the song. I'm born and raised.
I'll tell you now.
Something sorrow. Sorry, yeah, so it's great.
I'm gonna say it. So I just flicked over quickly to Rolling Stone. I was doing a bit of research as we go along, and "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Where is that, Liam? So it is in the top 25. So I've opened up the top 25.
It's in the top 10. Easy.
It's actually made number 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
that's fair. It's a brilliant soundtrack. Absolutely amazing. Country, western, bluegrass, fucking brilliant. Loved it. Great. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. 10's good. 10's very good.
Right, just so you boys know, Pulp Fiction was number 7 in the Rolling Stone list.
I agree. It's good.
So
it's good. I didn't even think about Pulp Fiction.
So, Robbo, where are you going with yours, mate? What's
I'm
your
going to change
first
mine because I've looked in group chat and Liam's picked same one, so I'm going to let him have it as number 1. So I'm going to change mine and I'm going to go for Train Spotting.
Ooh,
Right. So we're going to talk about that, but that's my number 2 movie
Oh,
soundtrack.
sorry, pal. Ruined it for you.
No, it's all
Done
right.
to
It's
go
good.
again.
It's
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not at all.
yeah. Let him go again.
Go on, then,
Can have
Sam.
it.
Go again.
Let's put him under
Right,
pressure.
I'm gonna go for. You
Hmm.
know what? And you wouldn't expect it, but Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Again, one of my most favourite films. It's in my top 10 of all time films.
It's not in your top 3, is it? Soundtracks.
No, it's not, mate. It's not.
would.
But it's an
Good
amazing
for
soundtrack.
it is.
Amazing,
It's
yeah.
really
But
good.
that song, I don't know what the song is, but when he's walking through the restaurant when he first meets his missus and he pulls her through and then he kissed me. Do you know what I mean? That
That's
song,
the
and
one.
he's
Yeah,
pulling
yeah,
her through that song, and that's yeah, Goodfellas. What a great soundtrack. Good
yeah.
call.
It actually. We're not going to go to ranker just yet, so we're just going to get through our top 3. But Goodfellas made it to number 15 in Rolling Stone, Sam. So
Happy with that.
well,
Yeah,
Definitely
not
happy
well
with
done,
that.
not bad.
well done with that one. Right, so we're going to go over to Liam now for his second one. Liam, where are
So
we going with
I
it?
wanted to pick Lord of the Rings, but it's not technically a soundtrack, as in music-wise. Lord of the Rings, but anything by Howard Shore, I'm a massive Hans Zimmer, Howard Shore and stuff, but it doesn't mean that. So I've gone for Top Gun. It's completely off, completely way off.
It is. It's a brilliant, brilliant soundtrack. Top Gun.
So
It's
good.
not my. I didn't choose it as one of my 3. Like I said, it was off the cuff for you lads. That's how I wanted to do it on this episode. So I put you on the spot. But I'm going to tell you now, Liam. Rolling Stone. It's not in the top 25, mate. Whether it's on the ranking list, maybe. But
That's bad.
Kenny Loggins. You know,
Yeah.
you can't fault Kenny Loggins on Top Gun. It's yeah, it's a good soundtrack. Where are you going with this one, Robbo?
Oh, all day, mate. Rocky 4. Bosh.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Robert Tepper, I think he did. Joe, when he gets
Oh,
into
easy
his,
way out, mate.
that's the one. Yeah, it's a good cracking. It's a good soundtrack. To be fair, it's not in your top 25.
Oh, behave.
No
But
way.
Rolling Stones is wrong again.
But we're gonna
Fuck
go.
Rolling
We're gonna
Stone.
go. We're gonna go into ranker. We're gonna go into ranker, mate. But in the top 25, mate. No, I will tell you the top 25 quickly after we've gone through our 3 of Rolling Stone, but then we'll fuck this shit magazine off and we'll go to what the people are saying. But my number 2, Robbo mentioned it. He changed his. Easy choice for me. Again, one of my favourite films growing up. I used to listen to Oasis and I used to watch Trainspotting religiously all the time. So yeah, Trainspotting was my second choice. It did make number 13 on my favorite magazine, Rolling Stones list. But if you look at the soundtrack, I think it's well deserved, and it is a. If you know, I'm going to go to Liam here because me and Liam used to read Rolling Stone magazine a lot when we were younger. But there's a lot of bands on this soundtrack that Rolling Stone would edge towards. So you got David Bowie and Iggy Pop with "Lust for Life." David Bowie wrote the song. Iggy Pop sang it. You got Primal Scream on there.
Awesome band.
You've got Blondie with Atomic. Not sure
Nice.
if I think it might have just been Debbie Harry on that one.
What's
You've
this,
got New
what's
Order,
this for? What's this for?
Train Spotting.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Temptation by New Order, fantastic. One of my
Brilliant
most
song.
favourite songs.
Brilliant song.
Perfect Day, Lou Reed, another banger, classic. And then obviously you've got Born Slippy by Underworld, which is an absolute legendary dance song. So yeah, that was my number 2. 13 on Rolling Stone magazine. I'm going to go to Robbo now. What's your last one then, mate? What's your number 1 soundtrack?
And vampires were vampires. Lost Boys.
Banging.
Boys, yeah.
Absolute banger.
One of this Twilight shit. Sorry, young girls, but no. They shouldn't twinkle.
No. Great film, mate. Great soundtrack. The Doors, I believe The Doors was on that
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Light My Fire. What's that other one? Cry Little Sister. That's on there.
Cry, little sister.
Yeah, it's not made the top 25, mate, in the Rolling Stone
Oh,
magazine.
I'm out.
Just to let you know. But like we spoke about, like we spoke about with Liam the other week, we are going to go to ranker because I think that was a more list what comes from the public. It's not done by hippies sat behind a desk with loads of fucking scent candles going off in the background and whatnot. So yeah, but it's a good choice, Robbo. A good 3 to be fair. With Rocky 4, Lost Boys, and what was the other one, mate?
It's me. It's me.
I said what were my 3?
Oh.
I can't remember what I did because I changed, didn't I? Oh, Goodfellas.
Yeah, good 3, mate. Go on then, Liam. What's your top one, bruv?
Dirty Dancing, mate.
Yeah, well, if everybody's listened to the last episode, Liam was very much telling us it was a big Dirty Dancing fan. I think
Dirty Dancing should be up there. It should. It's a great fucking soundtrack.
I think it should be the top 25, but it isn't. Like, I'm going to go to my.
No one puts Liam in a corner.
I'm going to go to. It's very. When we get to the Rolling Stone magazine, this is where me and Liam are going to jump in and we're going to talk because it's fucking obvious and it's just Rolling Stone-esque is what we'll say. But my number one soundtrack by a country mile, I've got it downloaded on my Spotify, on my iTunes, listen to it regular, and it's the Commitments soundtrack.
Fucking blinder. Brilliant soundtrack. Absolutely.
Again, one of my most favourite films. I watch it a couple of times a year.
Great
love the sound of the music in there, and obviously they were a band that well, obviously they're all cover songs, but obviously they sang them their way, and yeah, so that was my number one, and that didn't make Rolling Stone top 10. Would you believe? I mean, it's probably because it's covers, but still think it's a great soundtrack, great film. But I think we've all
by one of the best singers in the world.
Oh, absolutely, Andrew Strong. Yeah, brilliant.
We saw him.
I bet the top 10 of the Rolling Stones is going to be.
I'll tell you that.
70s.
We're going to go.
Yeah.
We're going to go. We're going to go with the. I'm going to run quickly with the 25 Rolling Stone, and then we're going to go and have a chat about the ranker stuff. And it's not going to be a very long episode. This one, guys. It's just going to be a quick flick through. I just wanted to let you guys, the listeners, know that what kind of films us lads watch and what soundtracks we kind of listen to. Anyway, 25 was the Monkees' Head, 1968. Never heard of it. I've heard of the Monkees, obviously.
Monkees are shit.
I don't know what film it was in. Liam, have you got any idea?
What, number one?
No, I'm going to ask you for number one in a minute, but 25 in the list on Rolling Stone is a film called Head. No, and it was the Monkees. So yeah, so Rock and Roll High School, which is a punk film. It's got the Ramones in the Chuck Berry, I think. 1979. I think Alice Cooper's School Out was in that film as well. I've seen it once or twice. It's not great. 23 was the Tupac Shakur film Juice. If any of you guys can remember that. 22, Lost in Translation, Bill Murray.
Wow. Brilliant. Yeah. I agree. Jesus on a Mary Chain were on there. Oh, mate, yeah, that's well up there. That's a good call. I didn't even think about that. Lost in Translation is one of my favourite films of all time. And yeah, straight up.
Yeah, My Bloody Valentine's in there, I believe, as well. Some stage, but I've never seen the film. I couldn't get into it. I tried to watch it, couldn't get into it. Don't know why. 21, 24-Hour Party People, which is The Clash, Buzzcocks. Obviously, we've all seen 24-Hour Party People. Then let's go down to top 15. Well, 16, I'm going to mention The Graduate, Dustin Hoffman. 15, Goodfellas, well done, Sam. 14, Easy Rider. Good film. Old film. Jimi Hendrix was in that. The Birds.
Yeah. It's all same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same kind of Rolling Stone thing. 13, Trainspotting. And then let's just quickly get into the top 10, which was Liam's old brother, Where Art Thou? He got this is Spinal Tap number 9. Pulp Fiction 7.
Wow, that's a good call.
Here's one for you. This is what we mentioned the other week. We mentioned a band called the Bee Gees. Anybody know what film they did?
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, number 5. Yeah. Number 4, A Hard Day's Night, Beatles movie.
Nice.
Number 2, one of Sam Robbo's most favourite singers. Prince, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. I was going to say it, but cliche. I'm going to go for who this is. It's Grease soundtrack all day long.
Number 1 is not Grease, so you're right. Any idea?
Wow.
What number 1 is?
Yeah. It's Rolling Stone, don't forget.
Oh.
I thought it would have been Grease, though. It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
A very big band.
Have we all seen this film?
It's definitely the Rolling Stones, but I'm trying to think of what movie. Is it not?
It's not the Rolling Stones.
Not Elvis Presley, is it? In one of his
No,
films.
it's the Beatles with help.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did Grease finish?
Well, they did. They were in the top 25 of Rolling Stone, but we're going to go to ranking now.
The people.
Again,
the
not going to get too fucking deep into it. I've only got the top 100 in there. Not going to mention too many films because half of them I've never seen myself, to be honest with you. But Lost in Translation was 94 on there, Liam.
Fucking hell. It's a good soundtrack,
94.
man. It's a good soundtrack. Really.
Is the film as good as the soundtrack? That's what you got to remember.
Mate, without that soundtrack, the film's nothing. But without the film, the soundtrack's nothing. It's brilliant. It's perfect. It's perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfection. Brilliant.
Number 84 on Ranker is The Full Monty.
Good soundtrack, to be fair.
It is.
A very good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that scene when they stood it waiting for the double check.
Yeah.
I think that's one that you guys will love. Number 81. I think No Effects. What did I mention?
Oh.
What film did I mention that No Effects sound like?
American Pie.
American Pie, number 81.
Don't sound no lie.
That's a good soundtrack. American Pie is a good soundtrack.
I didn't say the soundtrack, but I just said that listening to that No Effects album that Liam asked us to listen to. I just felt like I was listening to an American Pie soundtrack. that was my take on the album. You know, I might be wrong. There's going to be a lot of people that say I'm wrong.
Your opinion, mate. It's your opinion.
Yeah, mate. Right, I've got something that's going to piss Sam right off.
Oh, here we go.
Number 78, and Ranker's top 100 movie soundtracks. Twilight.
Oh,
Paramore.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I can see why it's up there.
It's shit.
It is shit, but I can see why it's up there.
I'll tell you what, this made me happy. This made me really happy to see this. It was number 75, The Warriors.
Nice, good soundtrack.
Good soundtrack.
I think again, you know, like we spoke earlier about music that suits the movie, the actual scenes, and I think every scene with the music in The Warriors was just perfect. And I'm buzzing to see it in the top 100. To be honest with you. So
if you pick a film, it could be amazing, but if you don't put a good soundtrack to it, it's never going to be a big film.
I agree.
Yeah.
What was that?
This one surprised me. I thought it'd be higher. Number 73 only got 493 votes. Was Quadrophenia.
Oh, it's got.
By The Who. I think it's a good soundtrack.
I think that's a good bat right for me. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
it were a movement. The film is a movement,
it's
isn't
a
it?
film about. It's like a little crappy documentary on it. Poor acting.
Number 64, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
Yes, mate.
That's not a bad soundtrack. That's not a bad call.
It's not.
I didn't think about that. That's a good call. There's some really good music on there.
There is some really good. Number 61, Roadhouse.
Brilliant,
it's got one of my most
brilliant, Roadhouse. Fucking brilliant. Definitely up there. Good old Swayze.
It's got my favourite Otis Redding song in Roadhouse. These Arms Are Mine. Brilliant song. This surprised me because I only know one song, but Liam, you will definitely know the soundtrack because I think you're a massive fan. Coming in at number 59, The Karate Kid.
Awesome soundtrack.
Brilliant soundtrack. Oh my days.
Mr. Miyagi.
Oh God! I'll tell you what.
Whack on, whack off.
Newfound Glory did a cover album of the Karate Kid. Did all their songs. Brilliant.
Absolutely
brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, now number 48, The Big Lebowski.
Not bad. That's a good call as well. See, Ranker's so much better than Rolling Stone.
It's like, well, it is, isn't it? Because I got more from when you did your Top Frontman album episode, and I think it's a lot better because, like you said, I get more from what the public are saying more than what some jumped up magazine are telling me.
Yeah,
I like to go. I like to go to Rolling Stone magazine because it's nice to see what dickheads they are, and it's just the obvious choices all the time, isn't it? You know what I mean? Beatles.
All the magazines are the same. They don't know what they're fucking talking about.
Thing is, it's going to come to a stage with Rolling Stone when they can't go any further. It's going to get to that. And they're going to have to bring some youth and some blood in it, or it's just going to die.
I want to put fucking Britney Spears in it for fuck's sake. I mean, that's where it went downhill.
Yeah, on the fucking cover, no, wasn't it?
On the fucking cover as well, yeah.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Number 44, Kill Bill, Volume 2. Just a Quentin
It's a good
Tarantino
soundtrack. He's got some really good music on it.
Quentin always
but
puts good music in his films.
Anything with Quentin, he's got good music. He's got good taste in music.
Come on then, Robbo. What do you think? What do you think about this one then? Number 43, with 545 votes. Rocky 3.
Oh yeah, it's a good soundtrack. But you look at the Rocky films; they use 4 or 5 songs in every film. They only had a couple extras, so you could just say Rocky as a whole.
I think it's probably that I think that's where Eye of the Tiger came out, wasn't it, by Survivor. I think that was they put that song in that film and it blew up. 41, this is Spinal Tap.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Which is obvious.
I think it should be there.
For me.
Not number 9.
Yeah, absolutely. No. I agree 100%, mate. 33, Beverly Hills Cop.
Awesome film. Forgot all about that.
And a good soundtrack. And a good soundtrack.
I mean, that Axel F must be a multi-millionaire just because of that one song.
But then he got revived with Crazy Frog, didn't he?
Do you know, actually, that's an interesting thing you said that. You know, that song made its most money when they sold it for the Nokia 3210. It made the most money it's ever made when people were buying the ringtone.
Wow.
Was that the most popular ringtone then, I take it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I think I had it on my 3310, to be fair.
Everyone had that on there. Nokia, everyone did.
It's like just there, well, they played Snake, weren't you?
Yeah, playing Snake and listening to Beverly Hills Cop. You can't go wrong there. Definitely can't.
Saturday well spent.
Yeah.
I love it.
Number 30, and I agree with this. I think it's a good soundtrack. 8 Mile, Eminem's film. It's a good soundtrack. I think it should be 30.
It's not 30, man. Top 100.
Well, guilty pleasure, man. It should be there. His knees weak, arm heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mum spaghetti.
On the surface, it looks calm and ready to drop bombs.
Did it have was Justin Timberlake in 8 Mile?
No. What's his fault?
No.
This is what I don't agree with. And it only got 1,331 votes. Number 29, Train Spotting. So this is what I mean about the Rolling Stone. I don't know the top 10, by the way. I've gone from 100 of this list and I'm scrolling. I don't know
what you got to remember with Ranker.
I put in there.
You got to remember though, Brendan, Train Spotting was a British film.
Yeah,
Rankers worldwide.
Yeah.
People in America will not watch Train Spotting.
And it's people like you got to remember China, Vietnam are voting as well. So it's
this is a good vote. 28, The Crow.
Wow!
Oh, what a soundtrack!
Great soundtrack and one of the best scores in history. That's why I love the score. The score is fucking insane.
Great film.
Yeah.
Great film.
Everything. That's good. I didn't even think about that one either.
I didn't.
I mean, this is where you're coming into ranker territory now, Robbo, like you were saying. Number 22. So this is basically beat The Crow, Quadrophenia, Train Spotting, The Bodyguard.
Oh well.
So Whitney Houston. It's
every
22.
woman's vote for that one, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a woman's film. Not without but sounding sexist, but it is.
Yeah, it is.
Wants a bit of Mr. Cosner, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't get wrong. She's a fantastic singer. She's one of the best singers of our generation, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
This is one I love. Number 20, Shrek.
Oh, mate, what a soundtrack!
I don't watch cartoons, so I've never.
Well, get ready.
I know that's what I'm getting ready for. So yeah, I'll have a listen to the Shrek soundtrack. That'd be quite interesting.
Brilliant, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Basically an 80s soundtrack.
I can't
so
watch.
you
I
like
can't
it.
wait to watch all the Shreks. I can't.
Yeah, you have to
Mate,
sit
I've
down
got
and watch
loads of shit to watch. It's going to be amazing.
all the Toy Stories.
Yeah, yeah. I've got all them to watch as well.
Disney
yeah.
Plus downloaded, pal.
Got Disney Plus downloaded. Only Star Wars is going to be playing now. If it's a boy, if it's a girl, I don't give a shit what she watches.
Encanto and Frozen for you, mate, if it's a girl.
You got to watch Rings of Power on repeat.
Right, this is another good one. So this is where your Rolling Stone effect and your ranker effect comes in. So obviously we all know that number 2 and number 1 on Rolling Stone. Number 2 was Purple Rain, Prince. Number 1 was Help by the Beatles. On ranker, Purple Rain is number 17 out of 100.
I agree.
Help is number 16 out of 100.
I agree.
So like I say, I don't know. I'm going into top 15 territory now. I've not seen this list. I've just gone from bottom to top. Number 15, Reservoir Dogs. Again,
awesome soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
it's another Tarantino film. It's got Stuck in the Middle with You and all that on. Good film, good soundtrack. Here we go, Robbo. Number 14, The Lost Boys.
Yes, mate. It should be there.
Totally.
Should be there.
Yeah, it should be there. And Rolling Stone got it wrong, as always.
Yeah. Again, I think this could have easily made the top 20 of Rolling Stone magazine. You lads probably might think different, but I know full well that Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon sang most of the songs on this soundtrack, and that was the Johnny Cash film, Walk the Line.
Great soundtrack.
Good film.
Yeah, good film.
Good soundtrack.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we know it's all Johnny Cash songs, but to have Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon's, do Johnny Cash and what's her name, Carter. I can't remember the first name.
June Carter.
June Carter, yeah. I thought it was an amazing effort, to be fair.
Well,
they did a good job of it. They did a very good job.
It was June and Johnny Cash who actually picked them and said that they're the guys. If you're going to make a film about me, I want those two to be the actors, and that's what
100%.
Yeah, totally.
It's a brilliant film as well. Have you guys seen the film?
I'm a big Johnny Cash fan. A massive Johnny Cash fan. Always have been. As soon as I heard A Boy Named Sue, I've always been a fan. And I was about 6 or 7 years old when I heard Johnny Cash. I managed to get to see him live once, and I was fucking blown away. I tell you how it happened as well. So what was happened? It was I can't remember fucking where it was. It wasn't Glastonbury, but it was something like that. I'll pull it out. I can't remember. I thought it was at Hullapalooza. I can't know.
Hullapalooza.
Something like that. Yeah.
Hullapalooza.
Yeah. I was only like I think I was 14, and I was working on the burger vans with the Italians. We won't go too far into that, but I was working on the burger vans with these Italians, and all the power went off, and everyone was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" So all the power went off. I finished my shift on the burger van because I did 6 till 6. I think I did 6 till 6. All the power went off, and I was like looking around. And for about 10 minutes, the power was off. It was pitch black, and there's only floodlights on. And then all of a sudden, all you heard was, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash." All the lights came on, and he started playing, and he's like shooting his guitar. I've got goosebumps now, and I was just like, "Fuck me!" My hands are sweating. Like it was
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he was he got a bit shit. He did get a bit shit throughout because he lost all his energy because he was old. But he was,
but it's a
experience.
Yeah, legend,
lifetime, that mate.
Yeah,
absolute legend. Right, so we're going into their top 10 territory now. So number 12, The Graduate, which was on the Rolling Stone list. It's made it a bit higher on this one.
I can't remember the soundtrack to The Graduate.
Mrs. Robinson was obviously the big song off it.
Which I know, yeah.
And then The Sound of Silence is probably the only other one I can really think of.
I can't really I'm going to have a listen to that.
Yeah, but you'll enjoy it, mate. Number 11, which I don't agree with at all, Ghostbusters.
I agree.
Why?
I was going to say,
it's just
why
80s
is it
cheese, isn't it? It goes with the film.
Yeah, it had everything. It had all the 80s music. I mean, going down to town. Yeah, mate, it's fucking brilliant. No,
I don't know. Top 11, mate, but number 10, again, I think it was just a film filled with classics, which everyone's going to love, was Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I'd obviously add Hound Dog in there from Elvis, California Dreaming from Beach Boys and stuff. So that was always going to... Yeah, good soundtrack. Great. Again, it's one of them films where the music suits the film completely.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a good one. I'm a bit now I've seen it on here because, like I said, I didn't even look at this, and I think it should have been in the Rolling Stone top 25. Stand by Me.
Wow. But one of my
What
favorite in my top 5 films, and I can't believe I didn't pick Stand By Me.
all day long,
Great
mate.
soundtrack, great soundtrack.
I've
All
had
day
that
long.
I
answer.
mean,
All day long.
but again, this
Fuck.
I know I keep saying it, but I'm thinking when I'm reading these out and I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, I know the film's called Stand By Me, so Benny E. King's Stand By Me is going to be in there.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff,
Rocky Robin,
again,
you know,
just suits the film amazingly.
roller coaster, like, fucking everything. Brilliant. Ah,
I mean,
what a
to be fair,
soundtrack.
and when you think about the film was probably set in the late 50s, early 60s, maybe.
Yeah,
But the film wasn't made until like mid 80s.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So amazing film. I'm with Liam. Actually,
It's in
and
my top
I've
5.
said it a few times. Yeah,
I still watch it. It's an emotional film. River Phoenix was fantastic in it. Just everything. I can actually watch that film word for word, and it's based on the book.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. I've never seen it,
Mate, based on the book by Stephen King of The Body. Fucking brilliant film. Absolutely. But no one, I've showed this people. If people haven't watched it, I'm like, right, we're watching it. I've watched it about 30, 40 times, if not more. And
it's amazing.
every time I show someone, everyone cries and everyone says that's a fucking awesome film.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. This is one film I've never seen. Footloose.
I've never seen Footloose.
brilliant. I love it. It's a good
I've
film.
never seen Footloose.
How can you have seen Footloose but never seen Stand By Me?
My mother. I blame that on my mother. Massive Kevin Bacon fan.
The best film that Kevin Bacon ever did was Hollow Man.
Tremors.
Tremor. I'm about to say Tremors.
Tremors
Definitely up
was
there.
wicked. Tremors was well good.
Number
Massive.
7, it's got a good shout on here. Saturday Night Fever. So the Bee Gees are well liked. Number 6, Liam's going to be buzzing. Get the champagne out.
Oh,
Dirty Dancing.
yay! Told you, mate. Fucking told you. That's jizzing, not champagne.
Right, we're into top 5.
That's right.
We're into top 5 territory now, and I think this is where me and Liam are going to start thinking, fuck me, we didn't say it. Why did we say that? Number 5, Back to the Future.
Oh, why did I say it?
Fuck's sake. Yeah, you can't argue with it. It's a good. It's a great sound.
I make like a tree. Get out of here.
Love it. Yeah.
Number
great
4,
film.
number 4, Liam. I think you might win the episode, mate. Number 4, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Always going to be there, mate.
Always, it's
Amazing
always there.
soundtrack.
It is.
Amazing film.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 3.
All about.
Right,
Did you know? Have you ever seen the theory of Top Gun? That is actually about how Tom Cruise's character is in love with what's the bad guy in it? Val Kilmer. What's his name?
Iceman.
Maverick and Iceman. It's about those two actually falling in love. You watch it now. When you
may have to
rewatch
delve
it,
into this
when
theory.
you rewatch it, you're gonna sit there and think, "Hold on," because he's sitting there and he's got his arms and they're showing off each other's muscles and they're playing and they're throwing the ball, they're like the frisbee or volleyball or whatever they're doing, and they're like posing and the Iceman's looking at him a bit like, "Who you fucking?" And then and then when they get out the plane, they look at each other like they're gonna kiss, but they hug. When you watch it, the theory is that it's
you're turning it into Brokeback Mountain now, aren't you? That's what you're doing.
With planes. And someone told me that. I was like, you fucking idiot. No. And then I watched it. I was like,
in the next sentence, you're going to tell me that the original title was Top Bum.
So yeah, it's interesting theory. Watch it. It's like I love watching film theories. I love it. Right. So the best one I've heard is, you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off? So Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I know the guy who's depressed, whose car he fucking tries to reverse the thing back and it shoots out the window.
Yeah.
So apparently the second film to Ferris Bueller is Fight Club.
People have way too much time on their hands. They
Right,
really
because
do.
you look at it. So Cameron, the guy in it, is playing Tyler Durden, because you never know who Tyler Durden is. He doesn't tell you his name, so it's Cameron. And Cameron's a fucking depressive. He's got bipolar and all sorts, and he's got all these tablets and, you know, the loss of his car and his dad and what he did to him. He sent him mad, so he goes into Fight Club and he looks like fucking Norton. You look at it and think about it. It's fucking.
Not going down too many rabbit holes,
mate. It is genius. It's such a clever theory. Like, it's just Cameron after Ferris Bueller, because his dad disowned him and his dad fucking obviously kicked the fuck out of him because he blew that car up and, you know, and lost his shit.
I'll never be able to watch these films again in the same light. You've just ruined fucking 3 films for me.
I know. No, the Top Gun and the Thingy Theory, if you watch those together and you actually really think, oh, that's Cameron from Ferris Bueller, you think that's quite cool. It is quite a cool theory. Oh, yeah. I've got loads. I could tell you loads.
Well, it's like they say Harry Potter's just a knockoff of Star Wars, aren't they? That's what they're saying now.
No, they say that Harry Potter isn't this whole wizarding world that he thinks about. It's just him still underneath the stairs. He's just a kid that's fucking mentally lost it because he's been tortured by his uncle. Yeah. The theory is that the wizarding world doesn't even exist. He's just under the stairs still.
Yeah. I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, we
can go on all day about it.
That's for another episode. We're into top 3 territory now, Ranker. I've looked at the top 3. We're definitely going to kick ourselves for the top 2. But number 3, Pulp Fiction, which we all agree with.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Awesome. Definitely.
Yeah, brilliant soundtrack, brilliant film. Have you guys got any clue that a film, obviously, that we've not said? We've just gone through quite a few, and I know there's millions of films, lads. I know there is.
Have we said the top 2?
No, we haven't, which surprises me a little bit, especially one of them, because I would say that I'm sure me and you have spoke about the number 2 one a few times, Liam, in the past about the film. The first one, the number 1, is actually quite a recent film. It was released in, what I'll do is, right, so number 2, it was a film released in 1985. And the number 1 movie soundtrack on Ranker was released in 2014.
Wow.
So for it to be number 1, it's obviously, and it is, when I look at the 2 films now, I'm like...
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, no.
Fuck.
So number 2, Emilio Estevez was in it.
Young Guns.
No.
Oh, The Breakfast Club.
Correct.
Whoa, what a fucking one of the best soundtracks ever. There's an amazing... I love anything John Hughes, and The Breakfast Club was fucking... Yeah. Straight up. I mean, I used to want to dress like... Oh, God, yeah. I agree.
I lost my mic there for a sec, lads.
Oi.
Yeah, so number 1...
I agree. I fucking agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I'm with you. Great film. Again, I know Robbo doesn't like it, but I think it's a good film. I think
it's fucking spot on.
I think you're in a different generation to us, Sam.
Not really.
I mean,
the only thing I've not agreed with you with, but I'm not a fan of the film, so.
Yeah. The soundtrack's great. Yeah. The soundtrack is, I've got it somewhere. Like I've still owned the CD. That's how much I love it.
It's not a different generation. It's just we're not always going to agree the same thing, and that's the only one I've not agreed with you with.
Right, number 1. We're all gonna. I'm looking at it now, and I'm thinking to myself, it's a fucking fantastic soundtrack. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, mate. What can I say? I've mentioned it. Faith No More, mate.
Yeah, it's got... I didn't even think about the mixtape's really good. I've actually got... If you go to YouTube and put in a Guardians of the Galaxy mixtape, you can actually listen to the whole tape. And it's good.
Yeah, I mean...
It's just pure 80s banger after banger, that's why.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's good call. Well done, Rank.
It's not the bangers you'd say, like Cherry Bomb, mate.
No. I mean, I think when you look at Ranky, obviously you're opening... It's open to people of all ages. So, and it's like Liam mentioned before, and I have been going on Ranker a bit. I do like it. I've been looking at top lists of this and top lists of that. But when we talk about Rolling Stone, it's obviously their choice only matters. But I can see on here, there's a few films I would drop down a bit. There's a few movies I'd move up a bit. I mean, The Commitments didn't even make the top 100 on Ranker.
Yeah, but
even though
it's more of a cult film though, that is, than it is a big
beach market, isn't it? That's what you're looking at.
It's a cult film.
I know what you're saying, but I went in and had a little look before we started the episode. I went and had a look at commitments. It sold 900,000 copies in the UK. It sold 2 million in the States.
Yeah, and they're a great band and it's an amazing film. One of the fucking they are brilliant. They're just brilliant. The whole band's brilliant. Just brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It was a bit of a different episode, lads. I just wanted to do something a bit more light-hearted.
It was good. More music. It's all about music, my friends. I love it.
Just wanted to get into something. Obviously, we do a lot of definitive albums, definitive bands. We've done a lot of that. We're kind of doing some different stuff for you guys, the listeners out there. We will be doing more definitive bands at a later date, but we're not going to be doing them as often. I have got a review request that we received off Facebook. Ian wants us all to listen to one album, and he wants us to, if we can, and if we don't mind, he wants us to rate or score out of 10 each song. So it's Liam Gallagher and John Squire's new album.
Okay.
Obviously, we could tell that Ian is like myself. He's a big Oasis Stone Roses fan because he had no choice, being my little brother. So he wants us to. To be fair, if I'm being honest, and I am going to be honest, I've only listened to the album once. I'm a massive Liam Gallagher fan. He's my best frontman of all time. John Squire on guitar. He's probably one of my most favourite guitarists of all time. On first listen, couldn't get into it. So it'd be interesting to see what you two boys think of it.
I've listened to it.
Me,
I can tell you now. I'm not going to.
Yeah. Let's do on the next one. What we'll do, lads, we'll just go through the album on the next episode or whenever, a couple of episodes. Give us a chance to listen to it, and we'll just give each song a quick out of 10. Don't have to go too insightful. I'm not going to take a whole episode up on it. But I want to thank you for this one, lads. I love my films. If anybody, I love my music, I love my football, I love my films. That's my 3 top things. And I just wanted to get movie soundtracks out there, see what you guys think. Robbo, you got anything to say, brother, before we leave?
No, I really enjoyed it. As we realised, we're all different genres, but a lot brings us all back together, as we see with the film reviews. I mean, we've realised we all like our 80s cheese, 100%. It's good in all our lives. It doesn't matter what generation you are or where you are. It resonates with everybody. You're wrong about Rocky. That is the best soundtrack. The Lost Boys, number 1 and 2. But that's just me.
I think what we can get from this, you two lads will agree. I think the best films were 80s films.
100%.
For soundtracks.
And films in general.
Yeah.
80s films, early 90s. I think that's when films were at their best.
Our parents used to say the 70s films were better than the 80s. And we're saying it. And then their kids are going to say the noughties, and then the kids... It's just the generation thing. I mean, but the thing is, you're not going to get a producer like John Hughes, who made things like The Breakfast Club or 16 Candles, Home Alone, Uncle Buck. Fucking everybody loves John Hughes. I mean, you can't... Planes, Trains and Automobiles. What a fucking film. All by John Hughes, And I'm a massive John Hughes fan. And just, you can't. You beat the... I mean, we have fucking like Back to the Future. I mean, no kid. I mean, they want to re-release it with Tom Holland in, and they can't.
No.
They can't. I mean, I don't mind an 80s release. I mean, Roadhouse wasn't that bad. No, the Roadhouse wasn't that bad because they stuck to the 80s cheesy shit about a bouncer who gets paid way too much money, who does fuck all, and it's cheesy and it was fighting and it was Roadhouse and it was,
To be fair, they did say, didn't they, about Roadhouse, they did say it's not a remake of the original, it's a reimagination.
Yes.
Which is two different things.
Yeah, but it's good. I think they stuck to loads of it. They put some of the soundtrack that was in the 80s. It was good.
I thought the fight scenes were phenomenal.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It was
To be
good.
honest,
But even in Roadhouse in the 80s with Patrick Swayze, it was great. But I mean, if you guys, people that are listening and stuff, want to listen to chats about old things and the past and stuff, we actually have another podcast, which I'm sure we're going to get Robbo on. It's Lads of the Past Crusade. Check us out. We're doing really well over there. We just did an episode where we talked about kids shows. Where we had like Count Duckula and Batfink and
Awesome.
fucking, Danger Mouse, Nightmare, Poddington Peas, The Playdays, fucking Funhouse. So,
I think
it was a good episode. It was good.
You need to tune in because I believe Liam's going to set up live recordings of us doing a Nightmare book. So
Yes,
back in the day, you used to be able to buy books that go along with the TV show Nightmare, where you go through the book of the challenges and you say whatever your answer is, skip to page 74, and I think we're going to do it as a team. We're going to go and do it live and see how we get on and see if we can crack the Nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So turn to page 5 if you want to kill the dragon, or turn to page 10 if you want to stick a sword up your ass.
Exactly. I can't wait for it.
It's good. So yeah, check us out, Lads of the Past. I'm sure Robbo's going to join us on there.
Love to, boys.
It's it's a bit blue, but it's also in touch with a I mean, when I say blue, I mean it's like when you as a kid used to find pornos in the hedges, and you don't do that anymore.
So you still walk by a hedge and hope.
Yeah, yeah. No, you hit the jackpot when you found a porno in a bush. Except if it was stuck together.
We'll miss that page art.
100%. Lads.
So yeah, check out the podcast. But yeah, that was a great episode, Bren. Love it. And this is what I was saying before is, I'd like to talk about music more than I would like to make a definitive album, and it shows, and a lot of fans. I mean, a lot of fans that like U2 or the Kings of Leon and all the Sex Pistols. So hopefully these new kind of style of episodes will help people, and we'll have our definitive albums as bonus episodes. So hopefully that will be a new thing that we do. I mean, I'm enjoying doing. I can talk like this all day. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be the future for us, and hope everyone's liking it. Let us know on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and whatnot.
Yeah, well done, Liam. Say goodbye, Robbo, if you want to say goodbye.
Obviously, we haven't said it on last episode, but keep following us. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube now. It should be live. We should have 4 or 5 episodes on by this one. Check them out. Review them. Follow them. Share them. Do what you got to do, guys. Obviously, check out the sister podcast, as he said. What's it called again, Liam?
Lads of the Past Crusade.
Check it out, guys. And we'll finish off with the man who runs this one. Go on, Bren. Take us out.
Take care. Come here. Now fuck off.
Oh.